Hey guys, it's Chef Tony here and welcome to Block. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be making some tacos, but we're going to be making some bean tacos inspired by some more Mediterranean flavors. So let me get my block ready to get started. So I just put my tortilla shells, I wrapped them in aluminum foil and I threw them in the oven for about till we need them at 350. So they're really low, wrapped in foil, so they should be good. To get started, we're gonna start with our ginger, and this is gonna be an easy process because we don't need much ginger. So about a tablespoon of ginger should be good. So you want to get a knob that's about that big. Kind of square it off to what you need it to be. And I have this trick where if you're at home and you don't have like a peeler or anything, or you can use your knife, but I like to use a spoon when I do this. So just put the spoon kind of like the opposite way and just peel the skin right off. So it should be that easy. And I don't make it look easy, it is that easy. So cool. We have our ginger. Put that spoon aside. And then we can go ahead and start slicing. So we first want to slice our ginger. And then we want to cut it into like some julienne sticks. And then from there, we'll mince it all the way down. And then I have this piece here. I love tacos. I love taco. It smells so good. It's gonna be delicious. So it's gonna be a bunch of fresh vegetables. We have some paprika, we have some cumin, and then we have some red pepper chili flakes, just to replace like the chili powder. You know, to go for that nice easy flavor that we're looking for. And also, so this recipe is actually vegan, so that's awesome and delicious, you know. I always tell my vegan friends, I'm like, you don't eat vegan food, you eat food. You know, we want to consider that to be food, so as well, you know, not separate. Get our daily intake of what we need. So I'll go a little further down with the ginger. This is more than enough here, so I'm actually not gonna use all this ginger, but I cut a good amount. So just throw that in a bowl and set it aside. And then let me get another bowl ready. That's gonna be for my garlic. So I'm just gonna grab 3 cloves of garlic here and mince them down as well. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna slice the garlic down. I'm not gonna mince it. I want the garlic to be alive. I don't want it to be lost. So I'm actually gonna slice all 3 of these cloves down. One more. Oh. And then we have our onion. So for the onion, I'm just gonna go in with slices. So when I do go with slices, I do like to cut the root off just a little bit, and then cut the middle as well. And I'm only gonna need about half of this. So cutting it on the angle is always easier for me. And then I'll teach you a trick. Even though I don't need the whole onion, I'll teach you a trick. Usually people, when they get to this point of the onions kind of like wobbly, they still try to keep it. Just flip it over and go on from the next side. And that way you never have the chance to cut yourself. So we're gonna put this in the same container as our garlic. So about that much is good. I'm doing a lot of extra cuts here, something I didn't expect. Now we go in with our herbs. So fresh oregano, like I think fresh oregano is like really my thing. A lot of people usually get it in like a dried, like a shaker. I love fresh oregano. Once I had it, I never went back. So I love all fresh herbs though. So about, how many was that? That's about 2. So we'll do a total of 3. I got cheated on the second one. And I actually want to cut all of my herbs together for this recipe. Usually I will cut my herbs separately, but I want to cut them all together. So we have some mint here. So this is more than enough mint. Mint just brightens a lot of the other flavors that we're going to put in there. So we want to make sure that we have a little mint in here to keep it fresh. And then parsley. Parsley I have to pick. To me, I feel like the parsley stems are a little more bitter than the leaves, so I always make sure that I pick my parsley. And usually people say like parsley doesn't have a taste, and I feel like parsley, I know for a fact that parsley does have a taste. If you use it in such a huge amount, then that's when you really get to taste it. And then lastly, we have cilantro. So for cilantro, I'm going to keep the leaves on actually. And I have about like 5 sprigs of cilantro here that I'm going to use. I'm just going to cut the ends of these stems off right there and then leave the rest. So here is my favorite part of cutting herbs. So just roll them all in a bunch. Make sure they're in a ball. If this works for you, do it this way. If not, do it at your own pace of cutting each one individually. Just roll them up. Tuck your fingers, especially your thumb. This smells delicious. It smells so good. It's giving me the vibe that I'm like on a beach with like a drink in my hand waiting for my tacos. I had the pleasure of living in Cancun, Mexico for about like 6 months. So like, I'm like a taco freak and I'm based here in Philly. And when I came back home, it was so different. So I would like go get tacos at like, 2 a.m. and it would be like 50 pesos, which is about like $4. And you get all your fixings with your tacos. I came back to Philly. I spent over $20 on 3 tacos, getting lime, salsa, more pico de gallo. It was like crazy. And I was like, I gotta go back home. Home to Cancun. So we have our herbs there. What else we got? Clean our cutting board. I think we're done with all of our knife work. Let's get cooking. So we're just gonna wait for our pan to heat up. While my pan heats up, you guys can take a little break. You can chill, you can talk, have a drink. I know I'm gonna have mine. And then we'll get to cooking. Caliente. I heard that. Let me throw some oil in here. See what the vibes is. Oh. I'm just gonna turn my heat down a little bit. You see that smoking? Just take it off. And we're gonna throw our onions in there. You hear that? That's what you want. You want to hear that when you're cooking. So that's what you want. So I'll just let my onions stay in there and saute up. And then a few more. Won't hurt nobody. So you don't want to brown or burn garlic. I hate burnt garlic. I'm gonna just be honest with you. So you want to make sure that you're moving, you know, your ingredients around. Don't worry, you can turn your fire down. So right now, I'm using induction, but right now this would be considered to be like a medium, but more to low. At this point, I want to add in about a teaspoon of all my spices. So we had some rich red pepper chili flakes. Excuse me. Whoa. Oh, sorry, don't be me. Back up a little bit. And then we had smoked paprika and cumin. So about a teaspoon of all of our spices. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit more. Herbs. And then beans. Y'all ain't tell me I forgot my ginger. It's okay, we can add it in there. So right now on my end, I'm at like a 5, which is still like a medium for medium heat. This smells so good. Woo. You know what? I'm gonna grab me a lime. Throw a little lime on there. A little citrus ain't never hurt nobody. So just let that cook down. I'm gonna need this for toppings. I always need a little extra lime. So I'm going to turn this off because it's done. Oh, that smells delicious. Oh, this is going to be so good. And then I can work directly out of the pan to go to my bowl to build my tacos. So let me grab my tortillas out of the oven. They're a little hot. I got chef hands. Don't do that. And then we get our plate. And you can put whatever fixings you like at the bottom. If you like lettuce at the bottom. If you like to put cheese, sour cream, whatever, it's totally up to you. Let me see. Oh, this looks so good. So bring it closer to you. These will go well with salsa that you normally eat. I'm a cilantro girl. I know some people don't like that cilantro, but I'm totally a cilantro girl. So what I'm actually going to do is get little pieces of cilantro, throw it on top. You can do this with like if you had some pickled red onions, it'll be really delicious on this. Oh, this is my song. This was the song when I was in Mexico. Taki taki rumpa. Little lime on there. Enjoy. Wait. I think I deserve a margarita at this point, right? Thanks, guys. It was a pleasure. Cheers.